Maybe it's not that far back. It's only like 28, 29 years ago. On the night before Christmas, not so very long ago, just before bedtime, Mommy and Daddy called all of the children together. The name of the children were Amy, Andy, and Kathi-Ann. Mommy and Daddy looked very serious. "Kids," said Daddy, "tonight, as you know, is a very special night. Tonight is the night when Santa Claus brings presents to all the children throughout the land and makes them very happy. But there is something we must watch out for. Last night I heard on the radio that some Wookie bears have been spotted in our neighborhood. On Christmas Eve, you have to be very careful of the Wookie bears. Just after Santa leaves his presents, the Wookie bears come and steal all the presents from under the Christmas tree." This is the family here. You can look at the picture, folks. "Just what do the Wookie bears look like, Daddy?" asked Amy. "Well," said Daddy, "the Wookie bears are just about as tall as your brother Andy, who at that time was about 2.5 feet tall, but they are twice as wide and very strong. You have to be very careful of the Wookie bears." There's a Wookie bear. Now, Mommy said, there is only one way to stop the Wookie bears. The one thing the Wookie bears like more than presents are Mazuka bean pies. But the Wookie Bear King, who is very mean, does not like the Wookie bears to eat Mazuka bean pie, especially on Christmas Eve, because the Wookie bears will eat so much Mazuka bean pie they can't carry the presents. Daddy and I have made a Mazuka bean pie for the Wookie bears in case they come to steal the presents. If we can get the Wookie bears to eat the pie, they'll be so full that they will not be able to carry our presents away. It's very hard to get the Wookie bears to eat the Mazuka bean pie on Christmas Eve, but it's the only hope we have. If the Wookie bears come, be sure to get them to eat the pie. There's the pie. At this point, the children didn't know what to do. They did not want their presents stolen. Thinking about what they could do to get the Wookie bears to eat the pie made them all very sleepy. And before long, Amy, Andy, and Kathi-Ann all went to sleep. Soon after the children were sleeping very soundly, Mommy and Daddy, who were a little bit foolish and didn't really believe in Santa Claus, went and put the children's presents under the Christmas tree, and then went to bed themselves. They're very tired too.
Look, you see Uncle Andy and Mama?
Mama's in the crib.
Oh, wait a minute, is Uncle Andy before?
They all slept very well. Andy especially was very tired and didn't get a drink of water before he went to bed. About 2 a.m. he woke up very thirsty. "Daddy!" he cried. He wanted Daddy to get up and get him a drink of water. He called for Daddy several times, but Daddy didn't hear him. Daddy was too tired. "Well," thought Andy, "I'll have to get a drink for myself. I know that Amy keeps a drink near the radio, so I'll get up and get it." That is exactly what Andy did. Andy drank the water and was getting ready to go back to bed when he noticed a very strange sight. Wookie bears were under the Christmas tree, about 6 of them, and they were starting to take away all the Christmas presents.
Sandy all shocked.
It's broken.
This made Andy very unhappy. He forgot all about trying to get the Wookie bears to eat the Mazuka bean pie. Instead, he just cried. That frightened the Wookie bears. The Wookie bears, when they are frightened, will join hands in a circle and do a little dance and say, "Na na 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 over again and again. They'll put the person frightening them right in the middle of the circle. This is what they did to Andy, and it made him cry even harder. And the Wookie Bears saw that Andy was frightened too. They stopped dancing and stared at Andy. Andy stared at them too. Andy thought, what am I gonna do now? I know what to do. I'll wake up Amy and she'll know what to do. She will help me get rid of the Wookie Bears. Here's the Wookie Bears doing their dance. So Andy ran over to the sofa, which was Amy's bed, and shook Amy till she woke up. Amy did not like that, but soon she saw what the trouble was. The house was infested with Wookie Bears, 6 of them. She would not let them get her presents. Wookie Bear, she said, please don't take my presents. I want to keep them, but especially don't eat my Mazuka bean pie. If you do, Mommy and Daddy will think Andy and I ate it, and they'll be very mad. Amy is trying to outsmart them. She knew that if Mommy and Daddy told her to do something, she wanted to do it all the more. The Wookie Bears looked a lot like children. She hoped they would get the Mazuka bean pie and eat it all gone. The Wookie Bears looked at each other. They had not seen a Mazuka bean pie for at least a year. But if they ate the pie, they knew they'd be too full to take their presents away and get in a lot of trouble with the Wookie Bear King. They might even get a spanking. One Wookie Bear named Henry decided to talk to Amy about the problem. Henry said, I'm afraid that I can be of no assistance to you at all. We will not eat the Mazuka bean pie like I know you want us to. We will steal your presents. If we eat the pie, we will get a spanking, all of us. We don't like spankings. Amy did not like to hear that. She did not like spankings, not at all. She felt very, very sorry for the Wookie Bears. She said, Wookie Bears, I will give you all of my presents. I'll help you carry them to your cart, and you can eat all the pie. I don't want you to get a spanking. That is what the Wookie Bears had wanted to hear. They ate all of the pie very fast and barely walked to their cart. Amy and Andy not only had to carry the presents out to the carts, they had to carry the Wookie Bears out too. They were very glad to get rid of the Wookie Bears. They made a terrible mess of the house. That's the Wookie Bears eating the pie.
I already saw that one.
When Amy and Andy got back in the house, they realized what they had done. They gave away all the presents and they would have none. The house was a mess and the pie was all gone. They sat in the middle of the floor and cried very hard. This woke Kathi-Ann. She was only a baby and she cried very loud. All 3 children woke up Mommy and Daddy. They went into the living room to see what had happened. Mommy picked up Kathi-Ann first. Now the truth must be known. Mommy and Daddy told them the story to scare them a little, so that when the children went to bed, they would not get up and unwrap all the presents. Daddy had planned to eat the Mazuka bean pie himself if he had to get up to get Andy a drink, and then tell the children where all the Wookie Bears got it. This is Amy and Andy crying.
I know, but I saw that one.
Kathi-Ann, are you ready for your part?
Yeah.
So when Amy told Mommy and Daddy the story about the Wookie Bears, they were very mad. They thought Amy and Andy had opened all of the presents and dropped them down to the heater hole. Mommy and Daddy thought that the only Wookie Bears that had eaten the pie were Amy and Andy. They were also mad because they had woken baby Kathi-Ann. What would Mommy and Daddy do to make these kids be good? Daddy said that he'd give them a spanking. Just then there was a knock on the door. Who could that be at 4 a.m.? Daddy looked out of the door and he was very surprised. It was Santa Claus. Santa had knocked on the door because Mommy and Daddy did not have a chimney in their small home. Daddy let Santa in. Amy and Andy were very happy. Ho, 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 said Santa. My elves told me that the Wookie Bears got all the presents that Mommy and Daddy left for the children. So I brought the children some more. Santa placed the presents under the tree and very quickly left. Daddy was so shocked he didn't know what to do. Would he believe in Santa now? No one knows for sure. We do know that he never told the kids about the Wookie Bears again. But Mommy thought Santa looked a lot like Grandpa. And there's Santa Claus.
I already saw that one.
You take it off of it.
And that's the Wookie Bear Christmas story.
Awesome. Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Wookie.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'll be back.